Hey everyone, making this video, hopefully I can save some of y'all some trouble from the get-go instead of going through what I had to do. So this is my Wi-Fi extender here. It's Netgear. I'm going to show you the box real quick. It's AC750 is the model. You'll find these on Amazon. They're pretty cheap, like 20 bucks or something, $25. I had this Wi-Fi extender, and I was using it with Spectrum. So Spectrum, I have their internet, their TV, and their phone. And before that, I had Verizon Fios. And Verizon Fios, I was using the same Wi-Fi extender, and it was working perfectly fine. Got Spectrum, ending of last summer, August, and I was using the same Wi-Fi extender, and it was working pretty fine with the router. Let me post it up. It's gonna be right here. And the Wi-Fi extender was working for like the first 3-4 months, I would say, up to about November, from August to November. And then one night, the router had a red light on it. I wasn't getting no internet service, and I went on Spectrum's app that they have, and you could check your connection issues and stuff through the app. And then they didn't say and it was funny thing was that the app actually said that there was nothing wrong with my connection, even though the router had a red light on it. So I actually end up calling Spectrum, and you go through the automated voice stuff that they got, the automated system, and it checks your connection issue, and they said there was somewhere that was down in my area. So ended up leaving it. Next day, the router was back up, everything was working, except for my Wi-Fi extender. This wasn't working, and I could never get it to work back. So the steps I went through now to try to get this work is that this is easy to connect. First of all, you can either do it through the WPS button right here. You hit this, you hit the one on your router, and some of the routers don't have a WPS button. You got to go through the settings in the router itself. You log in through your IP address. Probably most of them is admin and admin for password, or something simple. It's usually there on the back of the router too. But you log in, and you go and you turn WPS on, and then that makes it discoverable, and you hit this button, and this should connect perfectly fine usually. What you're going to see is going to say Netgear_EXT, and that's going to be your Wi-Fi extender. And then you can rename it, put passwords, whatever it is that you want to do. So you can either do it that way, or you could just do it through your phone. So I spent 2 weeks trying to figure this out, and apparently did everything online with the router. I set this up a couple times, went on Amazon. I bought the next one. I thought that this would be the problem, that it's probably like dead or dying or something. So I bought the next one on Amazon, tried that one, tried everything with the new one. It didn't work. Same model, same everything, still didn't work. So I was Google searching online how to fix, see if anybody else had the issue. I went on YouTube, couldn't find nothing on YouTube about it. End up going on call Spectrum. Actually, Spectrum told me that how it was my Wi-Fi extender, and they told me that I should buy their Wi-Fi extender because it works with their equipment. I was like, complete bullshit. I'm not doing that. I went on Netgear's forum actually, and I found some stuff about why Netgear Wi-Fi extenders don't work with Spectrum routers. So it depends on the router you have because of the firmware. So I guess that day when the network went down, they did a firmware update on it, and mine stopped working. So I had called back Spectrum, and I told Spectrum that what happened with the issue with the router. So they told me to bring it back in, and they gave me a next refurbished unit. Got the refurbished unit, connected everything back. Still nothing. So ended up calling Netgear now, and Netgear, the person who I spoke to actually told me that, you know, their products, their Wi-Fi extenders, not not to the same model here, but this model and a bunch of others. Plus, there's a couple other brands out there that Spectrum does not work with. So I don't know if they corrected the issue with their firmware or whatever it is that's going on between these Wi-Fi extenders and Spectrum, but that kind of sucks. So what I ended up doing was that I ended up just giving up on this. I mean, 2 weeks was enough for me trying to get this stuff to work. I ended up going with a mesh Wi-Fi system, and the mesh Wi-Fi system works perfectly fine with Spectrum right now. I hope they don't do no other updates, because then I don't want to get myself screwed out of the mesh Wi-Fi system either. So I ended up buying the Tenda mesh Wi-Fi system, and that's been working great with Spectrum router. So I hope that helped anybody out there who's having problems and issues with their Wi-Fi extenders and Spectrum's routers. I don't know if they fixed the issue yet, but instead of wasting your time looking around and calling everybody, just buy something else, because I don't think you're gonna be able to get it to work. All right, thanks for watching. Latest.